That's pretty simple math. And I've been saying all along that Sean McDermott is a good coach. But good is not good enough when you're always ended up getting bumped out of the playoffs. Now, he's done a great job getting that team to the playoffs. It's just that he can't seem to get over that hump to get them beyond to the conference championship game into the Super Bowl. I believe he's been to a conference championship game. They just can't reach the Super Bowl. Most valuable player, Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Superman, he couldn't be Superman today because he didn't have any help. I don't think he had much help. Some receivers dropped the ball. Buffalo couldn't run the ball when they needed to. Their defense just gave up so much tonight, which their defense has been pretty solid over the last 5 years, right?
Yeah. DC, many owners made changes because that very reason that you just stated.
Right.
It's all right to just get 500, which that's not a losing season. But if you're doing that time and time after time, it's going to weigh on the fans. The BBL's not coming to the games, or, you're not making that money where you're getting the parking and the concessions and the memorabilia being sold. All that has are a tendency of having an impact on your team when you're not winning. And to get 500, that's actually, to me, is a losing season because you don't advance to the playoffs. So
thank you.
Just look at how many coaches just got enough with the making 500 or either barely making, a winning season, and they made coaching changes. And some of them felt great about getting fired because they raised, like John Harbaugh, for instance, man. You know what a great idea that was for them. They thought to fire him, from the Ravens. And guess what? 2 weeks later, he got a $3 million raise for getting fired.
That's insane.
How good is this profession, of being a head NFL coach? So I just want to see what he's going to do once he get there, because we're talking about a guy like Harbaugh who's been around coaching probably 40 years, not in the NFL, but 40 years as a whole. And some of these guys don't understand. You got to get a little bit of younger blood, like the Shulers, the young Schuler, that's defensive coordinator now. Chris Schuler. This is the up and coming of the coaches, man. The Harbaughs of the world are fading out, which I don't think that the Giants believe that, but they're actually fading out, man. There's a young blood of coaches coming in right now with brand new ideas, beautiful schemes, and things like that, and they're winning. And I actually really want to see somebody give the young Chris Schuler a chance to be a head coach, because his granddad was Don Schuler, and his uncles and his dad also coached too, Mike Schuler, and Mike Schuler is his uncle. But I just think he's gonna be a great coach to contend with in the future as a head coach. He's somebody gonna give him an opportunity just because of his pedigree alone, man. So,
and his grandfather started around the same age. The window of time, I think, when his grandfather took over the Baltimore Colts, remember? And then he finally got that Miami job. Joe Robbie hired him, and he stayed there until he retired. So we don't know what's going to happen with Buffalo. We wished Sean McDermott the best, because I think he's a good coach. I don't know how Buffalo's ownership will feel about this thing. Maybe he does get more time and more opportunity to do it. I know they're opening a new stadium in Buffalo. Yeah. They're closing the old one and they're going to open a new one, and they want to put BBLs in those seats.
Yeah, I don't think his job is in jeopardy.
I don't think so either.
The ones who lose 500 or one who got knocked out in the first round, those are the ones whose job was in jeopardy. Once you kind of make it to the second round in the playoff, you got to almost be a nutcase as an owner or a GM to fire your coach from that day four, unless you just had a team that just totally quit on you. And that's not a sign that a team quit when you can advance the second round in the playoff. If you don't make it to the playoff, that's a whole different story. But once you make that second round, it's like a hit and miss or a give and take in who advances themselves, because, man, you can have one off night and you're going home because you can't.
That's right.
You got to keep winning to advance yourself. And now I'm seeing the best of football, because the games today that I watched, they're really good teams that's still around and they're playing good, solid football. And if you make these little minor mistakes, it'll cost you. So that's why Buffalo going home, because they made a few costly mistakes.
This is the DC Stewart Show. Real sports debate. No ESPN